Good evening, welcome to the stream. Indeed, it is certainly time for some hype. We also have this hype thing, the hype pizza. Very nice hype pizza. I'm working on getting some more emotes commissioned. Since we have lots of slots now. Hey there, Lisa, welcome in. And Mega Challenger Gamer as well. Game, of course, is waiting for us. Pretty much ready to go. It's I'm not really sure where to start this time around. We I'm pretty sure I've solved that problem, but it probably means that we can't play the custom patched version that I eventually got assembled, which supported both the audio and the sound effects at the same time. I'm fairly sure we'll have to play a version that does not have that patch, but has a patch for the various problems that plague the game in chapters 4, 5, and 6 with stability and the music. So, the solution to that last night was to basically turn off the music, which sort of works, but is rather annoying. See how the new version fares. I'll try it out in the week, see if it's more stable that way. Game is pretty much ready to go. Hey there, Will. Welcome in. Good stream today. Fun to see you playing something other than Darkest Dungeon, although I really did want to see you go after the Siren with that group. Guess I'll have to wait for Monday to watch the finale of that battle. Hoping the PlayStation saved the progress so you aren't stuck in no man's land. Might and Magic Clash of Heroes is the best Ubisoft Might and Magic game. I did check, Lisa, and with my Ubisoft subscription, I have access to games 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'm thinking that after we finish up game number 6 on the Retro PC, we might play 7, 8, 9, and 10. The modern patched versions with my Ubisoft account on the streaming PC. It seems that I can play 10 in something called solo mode. So that seems to be on offer. One game at a time. 6 is definitely next. I already own 6. I'll transport that to the Retro PC once we're done with this one. But I must admit I'm not entirely sure right now where it is that we go next in this game. Maybe it's been patched enough that we might want to attempt it. We'll at least give 9 a shot. Once we get to the point, we can always decide not to go ahead with it. But also tones of the Roland SV55 playing for us here. You can, I think it's 6, you can still change it to more of a role-based thing. You need to do it fairly early on. Yeah, they are different. They're not. There's as much a difference between 5 and 6 as there was between 2 and 3. Where 3 introduced the concept that the enemies could shoot at you from range when you hadn't actually approached them, which was not a thing in games 1 and 2. So if you want to group the games, I would think 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 6, 7, and 8. That would be the 3 distinct groups. And you can sort of decide where you wish to place games 9 and 10, whether they're hop-top streaming games or yeah, I think I'll play 6 separately, and then I'll play 7 and 8, probably the Ubisoft patched versions that I already have. But yeah, if you're playing it for the 20th time, a combo is probably fine. I already have a hot up, but it's perhaps not very easy for me to play in the hot up, although it is only a mere meters away from me. Yeah, the thing with the Heroes games is that they're just so different. How is your reflux doing, Lisa? Are you any closer to streaming again? Okay, so if it's only for an hour or so, it's fine. I was thinking we should probably complete this town here.
Gotta pass. Fuck off.
Right. Question then becomes, how do we go about doing so? There are also 2 things that we haven't done here. We probably need to finish. One of them is spaceship. We gain access. Which reminds me, I should tune down the brightness. Keep forgetting that I need to do this. Needs to be something like this. I always tuned it a little bit up for Betrayal Counter. Betrayal is a very dark game. Pretty dark on the display. Can't enter this thing. Hey there, Selfie, welcome in. Didn't we... Didn't we already gain access to this ship before? I was almost certain that we had. That is true. It is true. Is there really more than one? I don't think there actually is. I seem to remember going in there and we were in one of the portals or one of the pods, escape pods. We're pretty much done. Last stream we made it all the way to the final dragon up on the cloud, but we're missing 2 items that we need to be able to activate the end of the game. So at this point we're scrambling to figure out the rest. Hey there, AF Retro, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Ava isn't here. Give you a shout out. AF Retro is a great retro streamer here on Twitch. Has a lot of original hardware in his hardware den.
Tentacles of Doom. Tentacles of Doom. Here we go. Tentacles of Doom.
Oh, he's rating. Okay.
Right, come on. We need to power up. We need to power up.
Welcome in, AF Retro Andreas. Thanks for sharing your community with us. We just started what is probably the penultimate stream of Might and Magic World of Xeen. We've been playing this now for close to 70 hours, and we are reaching the end of the game slowly. Welcome in. What are you guys up to? Oh, that he didn't need to know that Amiga Terminator came there. You could have just not told him. Yeah, thanks a lot for the raid. I was just shouting you out since you followed and telling the people all about your nice little retro den and all the original hardware that you have down there. Yeah, lots of different skills you can learn on either side of the game. Yeah, I do stream. I stream here on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 10 o'clock UTC. Adventures and role-playing games almost exclusively on the Amiga on Wednesdays and on the PC on Fridays and Saturdays. That's perfectly fine. Thanks for the follow, Concord. Welcome in. We're sort of at this point in the game looking for what's next on the agenda. Sure, we'll figure out soon enough what it is. This is one of the things that we have not done so far. We haven't completed these mines. think they're mostly about monetary gain. Let's see. Bones explode. Lovely. Since we're doing this fairly late in the game, I don't think these monsters will really give us much trouble. Who knows? Might be a tough guy here somewhere. Hey there, Eva, welcome in. Eva, the queen of the stream, the mod of the mods. More quests to take out these mines and return whatever we found here in exchange for probably gains. Right now we're just digging for treasure. We're also just looking for a way into the town, and I figured that since we were able to reach the first town through the sewers, that the mine might actually be the way to enter the town. And I think I'm right, because I'm fairly sure this stairway leads up into the town. Or what? No. Just another mine. Okay. Hope that one of them leads into the town, because we don't have a pass to get into the town. I was hoping to either find one or find a way into it from the mines. At this point, we need a hint as to the next. Thanks for the sub.
Just sending some love your way. Wait, does that sound weird? Does a bot read this? If it does read this, hooey ha 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 hooey ha.
Thanks for the sub, Osapi. Much appreciated. Yeah, the subscription messages are TTS.
Tonight, unfortunately. There's one thing that sucks, no quality options, so I think we're streaming.
Thanks for shouting out Will. If you don't know Will Torrescore, he streams Darkest Dungeon on a regular basis, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at least, usually Fridays as well. A great streamer here on Twitch. If you have the slightest interest in Darkest Dungeon, or you like these old dungeon crawlers, you should give him a follow. Sort of hooked on Darkest Dungeon as well. I've been playing it quite a bit off stream. Actually made some progress recently. So it's brutally difficult, which is probably why people like it. All of this just a dead end here.
But buying the family art is okay, but most wild offers are just for people who just want.
Thanks for shouting out Gleaser as well. He plays the Heroes of Might and Magic games, which are distant cousins of this game. Take part in the same world, but more of a strategic game than they are a role-playing one. Still an interesting part of this mix. Did we already go down here? No. You're very welcome, Will. Yes, this is it for this mine. Assuming all 4 of these mines are actually part of the same map, but they probably don't interconnect in any way. Hey there, Dr. Mukaus, welcome in. Thanks for gifting a sub to Ava Glampire, Lisa. Much appreciated. Can't have the mod without a sub. I was in a multi-part stream with Will today. He was streaming with 3 other people, and I think Ava moderates in all 4 of their channels, which is, if I had been there, she had been a mod in all 5 of the channels, which is something. Tell me if the 5 times nothing is still nothing. Amiga Challenger Gamer, just pointing that out. How many times do we have to many times it seems. Yeah, the thing is thanks for gifting another sub, Gleeser, this time to Dragon Parrot. Yeah, 5 times 0 is still 0. That's math for you. Yeah, I don't know why Castle Guard is overactive like this. Oh wait, I do know why he's overactive like this. Let me fix that. He's running twice. The bot is has 2 processes running. But this time around, we actually just found some gems, but we also finding these sapphire rocks. Parallel botting. There you go, Amiga Tornado Gamer. Yeah, I very much appreciate the modding. All jokes aside, Eva. Very nice not to have to constantly step into the chat for shoutouts and so on. Saves me a lot of time. It's thankless work in a way. All you get is a hammer next to your name. Not like there's a lot of banning to be done in the channel. Seem to be pretty small, some of these areas. Seems to be pretty much it for this one. Go out here again. There is the occasional dad joke, that is very true. money and fear, both I never had in my life. Yeah, that's one way of approaching things. Hello, kitty. He tried to make a diamond shaped like a duck. It walked under pressure. Of course, my dad joking isn't limited to the stream. I sometimes tell dad jokes in real life as well, and there is the occasional person who finds them amusing and they laugh at the jokes, and I keep hearing the people around me saying, "Don't encourage him by laughing at his jokes." Okay, we did just find 933 gems, quite a bit. Feeling that might have gotten pretty good gains by doing these mines sooner than we did, but never mind. Late than never, I guess. So far we found sapphire rocks, emerald rocks, diamond rocks. I was right, it's all in the same map, it seems. Maybe I could, maybe that would be one way of getting into the town. That is a good point. I forgot that we now have access to the portals, finally, over on this side. Town portal spell doesn't actually put you inside the town, puts you just outside the town, which is seems a bit mean. Yeah, that was easy enough to do on the right side, sure. At least one mine left here. Yeah, because all you really need is the name. In game number 3, you needed the code word as well. It wasn't enough to just know the name. Are the sound effects very loud on stream, or there was a problem with this game that the sound effects are very loud compared to the music? Are they annoyingly loud on stream? No telephones when we're not trying to emulate anything. Yeah, I don't miss the DOS Boss Max. So only 3 streams, but 3 more than I would have liked. I can adjust the balance, that's why I'm asking. But I can now because what I did was I took the sound effects on a separate into the streaming PC, so now I can manually tune the sound for each. Previously I was mixing them together, and that's the best. So now I can tune them separately, but I have them in my ears. Sound effects are pretty loud on the headphones, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're actually loud on stream. Okay. And hey there, awkward dark dwarf. by default the game when the game launches it sets the sound effects volume on the sound card to pretty much maximum, and it sets the volume on the MIDI to a very low setting, so not really a lot I can do about that except just tune it down on the PC side. I have the game audio at 25% volume right now. Still pretty loud. I have the MIDI at over 50 and it sounds pretty soft. Yes, those are all the mines. This here. Collect the rupees from the gemstone mines and bring them to 3, 3, 12, 14. I think I already sort of mentioned that, but thanks, Amiga Talented Gamer. One point there was a schedule automation message. No, it doesn't, but it did when we were playing with the Dream Blaster instead of the SC55. And, that was a real problem because then it was mixed together and there was really nothing I could do about it. I didn't have a separate audio out. Now that we have the SC55, I can of course manually tune that. Both with the volume knob on the front and on the PC side as well. I really do need a small mixer of some sort here, where I can just have buttons I can turn and tune. It would be quite a bit better, preferably with some sort of VU meter so I could actually see the volumes coming in and out as well. A3, 12, 14. Yeah, 6 or 8 would be more than enough. This little tent here. Five ruby rocks. I will make a weapon or piece of armor for you. The cost is 100 gems. Probably like a weapon or something to wear. I think we would rather have something to wear. The plate armor. The only real problem is I don't have a ton of space on the desk. Ruby robes. How many of these do we have? Seem to have a lot of these ruby rocks. We can just endlessly keep making these items. Okay, we're out. Yes, there are more somewhere. Should probably be an even number. Okay, done with this quest, I believe. For what? $13, $12. All adult up here. We that emerald chainmail. Okay. What's the weapon? Emerald broadsword. Have these made. I think to be missing one emerald rock. It's certain that we missed some then. Must be more of these mines. But again, we'll try both options. Sapphire, scale armor. Scimitar. Sapphire scimitar. Seem to have exactly 10 of them. Seems about right. Yeah, I have the two retro PCs. I have the K6 one. I also have a Pentium 4 2.8, and then I have the streaming PC, and I have the Amiga 4000 Tower, and the dysfunctional Amiga 4000 desktop, and a couple of A500s, the C64. Bits and pieces. This. Okay. There's one more over there, right? This is one. Not quite done, are we? Rack mount Amiga 1200. That's pretty cool. We have 9 of these diamond rocks. And yeah, I'm pretty tight with the space that I do have here. So what I have now is pretty much what I could reasonably manage. Much more than this, and definitely. We found 6 more. 7. Guess we should rest here. $69 gems. One more. So how many do we actually have? Yeah, separate keyboard and mouse is quite handy. Don't really stream from the Amiga 500s very much because they need to be somewhere where I can actually use the keyboard with the 4000T, I can keep the keyboard here. Let me see somewhere how many of these we have. We have 17 of the diamond rocks, 1 ruby, and 4 emeralds. Fairly certain there's supposed to be even multipliers of 5. Still missing something. There's another mine on the other side there as well. Let's see. We go west now. Life is peaceful there. We might find another mine here. Right. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good mix. We already go here. We did. So we've already explored this one. Guessing there are more of these. Our regular joystick is not much of a problem. They're still making those. There are multiple parties that you can just buy them from, or you can buy, of course, used. We want a CT32 joypad. We want a CT32 joypad that actually works. Bit an issue. Still find them, but they are somewhat hard to get if you want one of the original ones, and I really don't know why you would want an original one because they're absolutely terrible. Will set you back a fortune. Great options for the joysticks. I actually have one that I had on the Amiga. I have one of them still. Works fine. Three more rupees and the vein is still here. One more, 4 more rupees. Yeah, obviously not all joysticks are born equal. A lot of people prefer one of those sticks now where you can map the buttons quite a bit. Particularly if you're using a joypad on the Amiga, it was very common that games only supported one button. The Amiga itself has no problem supporting more buttons, as is seen on the CT32 joypad, which has many buttons. But a lot of people just had a single button joystick, so normally what a game would support, fairly common in the platform games. You have to use up to jump, press up on the joystick to jump. People prefer have a pad that allows them to map that to a button instead of actually having to press up to jump. That's one of the options that you have with a more modern stick, a pad. Lots of rupees in this one. Still have this to go. Three more at least. 3 more still. 1 more. Does that bring the total to? We have 18 of them now. 4 emeralds, 17 diamonds. Okay. So at least one of these mines to go. Still guessing we hit an equal multiplier there. My thinking with this is that we simply go to the blacksmith after we're done with this and don't really need any of these items at this point in the game. So my thinking is that we'll just go sell these items, get some money, and think about using it for training. There in the middle of the room, hoping it's someone we can talk to and possibly get a clue about where to go next. One more diamond rock. We now have 6 of them. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. People do seem to like them though, but not entirely convinced because they also seem to break pretty easily. Maybe that's just bad luck. Double checking mostly everything in case I forget something. It would be very easy to leave something behind here. Yeah, there are lots of little projects making all sorts of different sticks. So you do at least have plenty of options. Whether you like them or not is a question. That's 2 more rupees to bring the rupee total to 20. Leaves this throne. I am the god of these mountains. Give me 250k of gold and replenish the gems inside the mountain. Okay, so this is possibly a way to farm. Let's add it up and we go to town and sell it. See how much we actually get and whether that would make sense then. Remember that it also costs quite a few gems to buy these weapons. So this would possibly be a way to trade some of the gems for gold, and if we were to find a way to farm the gems as well, we might be able to farm both. Not necessarily interested in doing so at this stage of the game. See, farming for hours for some gold now at this stage. Rather annoying. Willing to do this once at least to finish the tasks and get the quests off the table. Or we want to farm here for hours, just to be able to train a few levels. Not sure we actually need to do so. Already at a very high level. Yeah, I think that's one of the things with up to jump. It really does require a stick that doesn't really have a lot of travel in it. This is quite a maze. We actually finish all of these little detours here. Go here as well. Ideally, you would want to see those sit at multiplier of 5. We'll check before we leave. If it's not at a multiplier of 5 and if there aren't any other mines, we missed something. Where are we at now? Scroll down the endless list. The various items that we have. We have 20, 23, 2, and 26. I'd say we're missing something. Might be more of them. Let's go out. At least one over here. This is of course all part of the same map, just with multiple entrances. We had 24 found. 7 more, I think. More than 6. Oh, 11 and 12. We have 35 now. Seems like a reasonable number. It would be very annoying to calculate the cost of doing this in terms of whether it's beneficial to mine this or not. Yeah. Not complicated to calculate the pure monetary value that we get for the items that we sell. That's be a problem. Calculating the cost of buying all of them with the diamonds, that would be probably a lack of space here. Annoying me. Was at least 6 of those sapphire rocks. Nine. And moreover on this side, 7. This mine does seem to be the largest of all of them so far. Are we out of food? Out that at some point. Now create some. Let us over. Taking a bit of damage from these mining accidents. Of this gone here though. Fairly sure that the gems that you do gain here while searching are largely random. So to do this again, not find the exact same amount. They do go a bit of a way to offset the cost. Thousands of gems that we eventually have to spend to get all of these items. We do have quite a few gems. At this point in the game, this is worthwhile trade. That would always be the case. We finish this. Yeah. Ooh. This. Any items that we have now? 35. That seems reasonable. 15. Also seems reasonable. 26 and 32. Right. This. We already went down here. Went here as well, right? there. There as well. Nothing here. Easy to miss these. Especially when they're hidden behind the cobwebs as well. Okay, where are we at now? $34 emerald rocks. Either of these. And further at least. Or entrances. Might have missed. Taylor bloody cactus. Sure we covered all of them. Hunting treasure right now, bloody cactus. Off these gem quests. There's more of these over here. They all seem to be in this area here. Entirely possible. Missed. We have covered quite a few of them. Okay. Fire up here. We're above the lava flow right now. Here at least. There's another mountain. Down here, closer to the desert again. Covered all of them though. Okay, so here. Right. Where? Fine. We go. So much for my idea that it was possible to reach the town from the mines. That was the case. In here, these are the ones that we started with. Here. I do wonder if once we found all the gems of the same size, whether the quest simply disappears. See, buying the armor. Seems that we're on pretty footing with those two at least. Like we're missing one emerald. Like close to 30 of these. Whether we had 26 of these. No. One extra. A few extra. Cost in gems of doing this. 15,000 gems or so. Yeah. Spent 15,000 gems to do this. But we have one ruby and we have 4 emerald. Yes. Might be one other mine here somewhere, but sure. Be bothered. Right. all the quests are still here. Possible there are more of these. We haven't found the 3 golden statues either. We found a dragon egg either. We have found the dragon egg. That's not true. We do have the golden Pegasus statue. I think we have the other 2. The dragon egg we do have, so we can finish that quest off. Pick that up at some point during our travels to the towers. So go to Dragon Tower level 1, 5. Dragon Tower was on the other side, so we'll do that pretty soon. Now let's set at the Clouds of the Ancients. That's at the end of the game. But I set it last time. A lot of tracking to get there. Claudio might not use might leave his Lloyd's beacon there. Let's see. Fetch for these endless items that we bought. We have 316,820. 3.6820. That's what we currently have. We start selling things off. See roughly how much we made here. Item that we generated. All of these are in fact this. Is the expected armor or valuable. The weapons. All of the items have equal value, however. Sense. The obsidian items are great, absolutely fantastic. The only problem with them is that they're expensive to fix, so I have more items than I actually wear. Sometimes it's just a silly expensive.
Yeah, komm, 3 Karnickel, 3 Karnickel. 3 Siebener. What the fuck? What the fuck, Leute? Wir können einkaufen gehen.
Good win. I should give also RP a follow if you are German speaker. XCOM UFO Defense is a great game. Yeah, it's not often that you get 3 7s. How much did we make? We made... I'm sorry, Bloody Cactus. 500,000 we made roughly. So the cost was 15,000 diamonds, but we made 500,000.
Come back soon.
It's reasonable. It's not great though. I feel as if we could do better, probably.
See anything you like.
In terms of training, 500,000 is might be 2 levels per character. If you wanted to fully level them up at this point, that would take ages. You would have to do this again and again and again. So, not even contemplating doing this.
Come back soon.
Back you. Let's see. I wonder if we can go to the castle at this point. Or do we want to talk to our good friend here, the tower, before we depart town? Go to the other side of town. Yeah, the music in this game is absolutely great.
How did you get a key? All right, go in.
We're given a key way back many times. There's the portal mirror, which we can try to use. Get to the floor. Might be worth it to try to use it to get to the dragon tower as well. The third floor. Go here. Verse with Ellinger. It is good to see you again, my friends, but I cannot spend much time talking. I must see to my magical duties, and you must see to your tasks as well. What is depending on us? Nothing new to tell us. Fine. Down, go. Really got lost. Would not be the first time lost place. Now, where to? What was the name of that town again? Necropolis is the name of this town. Takes us right here. Same place as the town portal spell takes us.
Gotta pass. Back off.
Got a pass.
Gotta pass. Okay, go ahead.
Have we seriously never been in this town? I don't think we have. Let's complete that now then. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, that's the only way to get into Castleview. Well, there are multiple ways to get into Castleview. You can also take this path through the sewers, but the easiest way to get into Castleview is just go to the.
Looking for spells?
In fact, not looking for spells. Seems we forgot to check out this town here. Miller captured, getting out of there. Listen, there are other prisoners Lakeside that would just capture people, turn them into monsters, and they ship the good ones as Blackbank to act as guards. The rejects end up on the Isle of Lost Souls. I hope we find the rest of the prisoners. Let us not drink from unknown cauldrons without saving first. We've done almost all of the quests in Darkside at this point. We finished the Isle of Lost Souls ages ago. We've done all of the towers. Don't seem to have stepped into this town. We have simply forgotten to finish up this town. We've mapped all of the outside as well. I'm not gonna drink from this witch's brew here. Unhealthy. Bad one. This is Lakeside, yes. Seems we never stepped in there. I remember we were browsing on the outside. Yeah, that's a good rule in a retro role-playing game. Well, don't drink from anything that you don't know what it is. It's a good rule in life in general. Don't just drink any liquid that you find, like the street. But in a role-playing game, you get the option of saving first and then trying later. The first one is in water, but not in tear. It can only be the W, right? First letter is a W. A second is in higher, but not in here. It can only be the A. Third is in tree, but not in here. That can only be the T. My fourth is in race, but not in fear. It can only be the C, right? My last is in sharp, but not in spear. It's the H. It is a watch. Good for you. What? Where are we now? Which watch? Same thing. Got transported somewhere interesting though. Okay, we're in the sewer. to bed. We'll just finish out the sewer. Which witch is watching us? Is it the Wicked Witch of the West? Witch watch, tomato. Yeah. Got out of the sewer pretty easily. Guess we know why this place is called Lakeside. Found a bunch of gold, a bunch of items as well. Which will watch the watchers by saying that 4 times fast for consuming large amounts of alcohol. Like safe passage to the Isle of Lost Souls. That would have come in handy at one point in the game. You had to slaughter all of these sea monsters to get there. Fine. We done that. Easy money. There's a sign that reads this boat under repair. Stop throwing these spells at me. You hack. Yeah, but not a functional boat. It's being prepared or repaired. It's Isabella the victim. Thank you for saving me from my hideous fate. Forever in your death. I'll be going now. See you. Lost experience. Actually, rather have gold. Have plenty of experience. We have no gold. This is where we save before we drink from weird pots standing out in the hallway. Now see. This is why we try them at all. Get a 25 speed boost. I don't know, we walked past it multiple times and we mapped the entire area around it. We seem to have just forgotten to actually go into the town. I agree, it seems pretty weird. Fine. Giving the speed to the knight. Probably R. There are more than one portion of speed in this cauldron. No, there's in fact not. And again, this is why we save. Trapped prisoners, that's Naomi the prisoner, my saviors. Thank you. Witches were going to turn me into a monster when I failed the initiation test. No, they did that to people. Because they did this to me, I'll tell you where the head witch keeps her pass through Necropolis. Well, that's where the pass is. I was wondering why we didn't have that pass. It's in a chest in her room in the northwestern corner of the town. Okay. That's how we get the pass to Necropolis. Or Necropolis. The correct way to pronounce it. It is. What does this cauldron do? Plus 25 personality. Personality status. Eric. I I give it to the cleric or should I give it to the paladin? Complete the paladin this stage. 50 less. Cleric. Again, it's only one dose. Check. Anyway, it's to take advantage of that. Yeah, we were avoiding the town centers because of COVID. Reasonable. Could have brought his personality up to 15. The way to get into the tour. Ahead. How to get ahead. Unprompted, the skull begins to speak. Make a potion of speed. Gather together the claw of a roadrunner, the wing of a hummingbird, and the paw of a cheetah. Pound a cloud of dust and sprinkle into briskly boiling salt water. Quickly drop in the wing, followed by the paw. Stir 100 times rapidly. Remove the cauldron from the fire and pour the liquid through a strainer into a second cauldron. Any material remains at the strainer. The brew is sour and will turn its sprinkles to stone. Makes one serving. Sort of found this out already. Thanks for the warning. Skullhead. Need to rest. What are we doing? We had pretty much zero food, right? Sort of need to find a tavern here so we can buy some food. Now the answer to the question which is this? It's all of them. We're on the western side of town, so these are probably the witches of Westwick. Place is crawling witches. There's the leader. This is where you find the pass. Oh, it seems. 36k gold, 100 gems, and a pass to Necropolis. We know how to get to Necropolis. Finish that up. Done with this mess. Make this in orderly fashion here. Another of these cauldrons over there. Let's see what in it. Another speed potion. The need for speed. Paladin next in line. Let this prisoner go. The wreath of the helpless. Thank you for rescuing me. The witches were going to use me for spare parts in their potions. Plus 200,000 experience. Just ate some of these potions or drank some of these potions. Nautilus voice murmurs, "You're the most beautiful one of all." I thank you. Very kind. We're back in the sewer. Here we are. To finish up the sewer at some point, but let's get down first. Unprompted, the skull begins to speak. Make a potion of endurance. Get the poison and trails of a toad kept under a cold stone for 31 days. Eyes of swamp snake, the eye of a newt, toe of a frog, wool from a bat, tongue of a dog, a lizard's leg, owlet's wing, and the forked tongue of a snake. Throw them all in a cauldron and let it sit under the auspices of a full moon. Begin boiling just before sunrise. Keep warm until sunrise of the next day. The mixture turns black. With sour and will turn its fingers to stone. Now we're obviously supposed to know, based on the color, the qualities of the cauldron, what the hell it's supposed to do to us, but I would rather just try them and load them safe. I guess I need to figure out someone who needs endurance the most. All on pretty equal footing there, although the knight probably the one that we want to give next patch to. Assume that this is the only patch. It is. Not that it didn't state it already, but just anyway. Leave me alone. A tourist. Smithy's at the door. Is this another endurance potion? It probably is, right? Oh, that one is deadly. Isn't black, but it's still deadly. Yeah. Fine. Fine. Get this one out here. It's Rat the Wimp. Thank you for saving me. Tired of adventuring and I'm going home, but I can tell you that the dragon statuette in the sewer below us, which has caught me just as I was reaching for it. Maybe you'll have better luck than me. Now that's where the dragon statue is. The quests. Yeah. You noticed that the game said he was going home? That's why he's the win. Because he's going home. These stairs once led to a blacksmith shop, but it was destroyed long ago. Fantastic shop. Cozy little tavern. Let's hope that hasn't been burned down as well. So. Steal everything we find there. Of scrolls. Useful. These stairs once led to a tavern, but it was destroyed long ago. That's a pattern. Unprompted, the skull begins to speak. To make a potion of personality, gather together the ground horn of a unicorn, the tanned hide of an ogre, the blood of a monkey dog sacrificed neath the blackness of a new moon. Slowly pour a half part of the blood, about 20 Lemon Cauldron and mix in the horn powder. Etolum simmer, let sit for 3 days at the stove of midnight on the third night. Drop the ochre hide into 2. Rapidly. Hide should dissolve with the caustic brew in 3 minutes exactly. The hide dissolves any sooner or later. The brew is sour and will turn its drinkers to stone. It's on serving. Lovely. Yeah, you're a witch. What you are. Correct. As a reward, I give you free membership to the guild. That's the only way to gain membership to the guild, it seems, because we now toured the entire town and not found any access to it.
What? Looking for spells?
We are. It's not remotely helpful to us at this stage of the game. Might have been when we actually discovered this town many moons ago. Teenage is going pretty well. We went into the mines to mine for emeralds and made a little bit of gold. We ventured into this town, which we have forgotten. Currently exploring the sewers beneath the town of Lakeside.
Same Logitech. So someone was saying on the stream last time that it looks like software filtering made it fuzzy. Absolutely. When you connect to it and you tell it...
Should go follow 48K RAM if you like the Atari 8-bits in general. He does a lot of Atari streams and X streams as well. Always with the Atari, but sometimes also the occasional Atari ST stream as well. Not a lot of people on Twitch actually streaming Atari, so you're welcome. There's the golden dragon statuette. Few remaining quests that we haven't solved already. Vintage hardware variety streamer. I'll try to remember that. Find the last surviving page of this dead man's journal. It reads, witches won't find me under here. Maybe you can use one of the other exits from the sewer to pop up in town and be gone before anyone can find me. All of this was so sudden. Would have known that the witches were plotting to. What were they plotting to? Another way up. Based on previous experience, will go up as well. Sometimes go from the sewer to a hidden part of the town above. Vice versa as well. This is where we came from. Short bit. Search everything. In here, one of the entrances. making light work of these sewer stalkers. What are all of these potions we're finding here? Just general holy word. It's Joseph the Prayer Master. And how to pray properly can sure come in handy when the going gets tough. I can teach you for example. Already have this skill. All of us do. Yeah, doesn't really seem like the friendliest place in the world that you could set up a prayer booth. With housing prices being what they are, maybe this is all he could afford, poor thing. Find the last surviving page of the dead man's journal. It reads, still have the clue where that statuette is. Sewer is infested with sewer monsters. They seem to come out of nowhere. Watch my back. Yeah, certainly true. Now, we already found a statuette. Wasn't particularly difficult. Guess this is just the gold and every branch of this. To go say that this town is done. We have 2 quests to take care of. But actually both close to us. Rupees, emeralds, sapphires. Dragon egg. Dragon tower level 1. I'm curious actually just here. Party is starving. That's great. I haven't been able to do anything about the food. Go to Castle View right now. Buy 2 days worth of food. Possible tavern. Bang. Was the temple. Was the guild. Gate. There is the tavern, you think? It's here somewhere. That's the training, right? That's the blacksmith. Only
adventurers.
only 5 days or something.
Thanks. Good luck.
Thanks. PL HF. At least we have 5 days though. 2 for now. Use the portal, the religious tower. See if we can use that to get to the dragon tower. Possible that we can.
How did you get a key? Alright, go in.
Saves us from having to go all the way over to the other side of the game. No such luck. Probably can't access the side of the game from the teleports on this side. Might be able to do it from the teleports on the other side. This portal get back to the lighter part of Xeen into Vertigo, and we can try using the portal there to get to the dragon tower. That might work.
Where to?
Can. Hey, on earth did it take us here? It's most assuredly not where the dragon tower is. Took us into the middle of the desert. Trying to save us from this less than fun walk here, but fine.
I'm getting laughs.
Yeah.
Maybe I should host the show.
Okay, alright.
Hey there, Coconut. Welcome in. Thanks for the host. How it is. Where first say that the location was that we're looking for to west. Find the dragon egg and bring it to Alistair in the dragon tower, level 1 at 6-5. Basically, right here, start of the level, right here. You are truly courageous. Million experience so much. Or just this egg potion.
Stop it.
Thanks for shouting out Coconut. Great retro streamer. Also does the Atari stuff like just does AK RAM. It's the contingent of Atari users in here tonight. Did this guy just drink his eggnog and turn into the Dragon King? What an a-hole. At least we got 1 million experience. Which really is a dust in the wind at this point. We have like 136 million experience points. Sort of hoping for an item that we could use. We're missing, what was it called? I think that we're still missing. Only one item that we're actually missing to finish the game, I think. We might just go back there at the end. We still have things to do. There were 2 things required. One of them was the Scepter of Temporal Distortion, which we do have. The other was some item or another whose name I've forgotten at this point. That's of Game 4 world back into Game 5. Did it trigger well? The fucking 8-bit voice. Does it actually work? Hey there, Flotarian. Welcome in. You might have been in AF Retro stream. You rated earlier. Fairly sure that the voice change triggered now, right? Why doesn't it trigger? Weird that it doesn't trigger. Did it trigger now? Let's see if we get triggered now. Thanks for the follow, Octarian. Why is the 8-bit triggering correctly? find the... Definitely triggered now, right? So it should be 8-bit. Yeah, it is. Leave it for 5 minutes. Yeah, 8-bit glory. Might as well do the VHS as well. Because we're at it. Oh, what was I doing? What get here? Now we need to get outside of Necropolis. We have the pass now.
Got a pass? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we've completed 4 and a large percentage of 5. We're mostly done. A joke. How do the trees get on the internet? They log on. Appropriate laughter. And Necropolis is the only city remaining outside of Olympia. We've been finishing up the rest of the map, and I didn't have a pass, so we haven't been in here. We figured out that that was because we forgot the town of Lakeside. Castle God would make that joke. The Book of the Dead, Volume 2, now in a robot voice. He experienced HU, 25 years, and a million experience. Great. This is the floppy version, because there are sometimes issues with the dialogue not appearing as text in the CD version, just appearing as a dubbed audio. I like to be able to read the text. So basically, you can get a million experience at the cost of 25 years of aging, which you could fix by going down to that pond, but you largely don't need it, so I'll leave it be. Yeah, I think you can use it, but someone mentioned that sometimes it's bugged, so there are some cases where the dialogue is not okay. These are all the same. Easy way to gain a few million experience, probably a level or 2. For us at this stage of the game, probably not worth it. these lovely heads. Yeah. Very costly membership. Yeah, I read a lot about it before I started playing. He said there were the occasional issues where you didn't have the dialogue working properly. That's the only reason I'm playing the floppy version. I forget which game it was that we were playing where the dialogue was just I think it was Lands of Lore that we were playing where the dialogue was just the audio. Sometimes we needed to reload because we didn't fully grasp what they were saying. Don't even think about taking my statuette. Eat the statuette. Who's this? It's Sandro the Lich. I'm Sandro, the most accomplished sorcerer to ever live in Xeen. Many years ago, I separated my heart from my body in a magical ritual devised to cheat death. It worked, but I'm not wholly alive. Rather, I am a wretched and evil monster who must kill mortals to remain alive. You can retrieve my heart from the sewers below here. I will finally be released from this unlife, and you may have the statuette sitting in the alcove in my room. And now my hunger for the living compels me to attack you. What an a-hole. You think? Find him terribly agreeable? Was very polite there for a while, and until he said, "Excuse me, now I must kill you." Was a good pitch though. We'll, is he dead though? Can't we just take the statue? No, he's still alive. He's undead. Yeah, he was doing pretty well. His mommy has been smoking all day. It started out in the morning, it was just high, but now it's higher. Yeah, he was very upfront about it. Should save at some point here. These Lich are dangerous because they have the ability to put you to sleep. So even though we have thousands of hit points, they are of no use to you if you're sleeping. Skip this well for now. Maybe after we clean up this town, we can try drinking from the well. At least usually been the case. One of these books of the dead might be tempted to plenty of them. We might be tempted to read some of them at some point. Go heal up. I think we can pretty easily fix the 25-year aging. The entrance tour. Love what they've done with the place. Lovely decor in here. It's a little dreary, but Okay, and search them after we open them. And go back and finish that up then. Even after all the searching we've done in the game, we still haven't found a lighter. I've been waiting for Zippo found a lighter the entire game. At least Amiga Gamer has. Gauntlets. Let's finish the upstairs part first before we venture down into.
Looking for spells?
Members only.
We've done without buying access to the guild. Have to learn from the guild. Now we run into two of these guys. Might possibly pose as a problem, but really a good idea to cast the spells at range at us though. Happening in the middle of the room, at least. You can, yes. Going to tell me about the hotkey to turn on the wizard eye? We already knew about that. Are we sleeping on the job? Keep forgetting that we can do this though. I already knew about it. There's a hotkey for it as well. There's a key binding that activates it. Are we about halfway done here, I believe? This direction yet? Look at that. Get another tour. The mummy party. Want my mummy? About the automatic wizard eye, there was a fountain just outside of the inlet middle gate in Might and Magic 2 where you could drink from the fountain and get an automatic wizard eye. Did you watch my stream when I finished Dungeon Master Coconut 81? That got pretty intense in parts. Prompted the magic skull begins to speak. No, I don't think I've ever played Dungeon Keeper. For a time, two necromancers had a little disagreement. Someone was named Darkness, and he contended that he was the most powerful, foul, and evil necromancer in all of Xeen. The other fancied himself Death, and Death believed that he was the most powerful, foul, and evil necromancer in all of Xeen. The darkest hour of the darkest night in the year, the two necromancers met in a graveyard to settle the question once and for all. Standing atop the burial mound of great hero Darkness began the fight by uttering a string of syllables so foreign to the human throat as to be virtually unpronounceable. So wild and alien were the words spoken by Darkness that the hero beneath the mound heard them and planned to make his way out of his grave to put a stop to the sounds. During all this, death had not been idle. He too began incantations meant to awaken the dead. So one by one, the dead began to rise from their graves and fight one another between the two necromancers. Carnage was terrible to behold, the losses devastating. One by one, the dead fell again, too damaged to do more than twitch or thrash about where they lay. This is the part where we twitch. No trash though. Broken skeletons and corpses began to fill the valley between the burial mounds upon which the necromancers were standing. Dead began to clamber atop the piled corpses in their efforts to slay the opposing necromancers. But the battle raged on, filling the valley between the mounds till morning, then from morning to afternoon, then again to blackest night. The battle raged a full 5 days, filling the cemetery with a stench the world has never known. The armies of the dead dwindled as the supply of working corpses was used up. Soon the bodies had been piled so high that a kind of bridge formed between the two burial mounds. And the necromancers approached each other, urging the remaining servants forward. Still the killing continued, and the necromancers drew within spitting distance. As the last of the walking dead finished themselves off, the two met and came to blows. The exhausted necromancers fought and wrestled over the mountain of corpses when suddenly death got hold of Darkness's throat and darkness of death. Their darkness and death gasped out their last breath together, dying as one at the very top of the hideous mountains they had created. What a lovely story. Just warms your heart. Yeah, we did give some thought to streaming Chaos Strikes Back, but I was thoroughly warned that it was very repetitive and at times near impossible. Probably would just not be a great game to stream. Sort of gave up on the idea. Largely done here, right? Except for the various sewer bits. Hit the sewers. Oh, fine. That's the protection from fire, although I'm not actually sure we really need it. Seized. A lovely sewer filled with lava. Chaos Strikes Back is Dungeon Master 2. It's called Dungeon Master 2 Chaos Strikes Back. Might have been called Dungeon Master Chaos Strikes Back, and then there's another game that's actually called Dungeon Master 2. Not the same game. Sign on the barrel says, "Food for the dead, keep warm." Lovely. Bunch of lava roaches. I'm sure Papa Roach is here somewhere. Good stuff with the code for JK RAM. Yes, this might be one of the sewers where we need to access it from all the access points. There was one over here. No other one in this part of town. Might have been one in every part. Here though. Fairly certain there were at least 3 of these entrances. In here. Yeah. This is one of them. Yeah, that's true. Bought a cart. First play it. I did try streaming Ultima here, the Amiga version, but it was really too thick to actually stream. It was just too much of a grind. Difficult is one thing, but if you need to redo the same thing over and over and over again, that's not really fun to watch. The Amiga version of 4 at least is pretty flawed. Yeah, it's the interface in 4, considering it's a 16-bit game, is pretty poor. It's might as well just be an 8-bit game. Even on the Amiga, it's pretty poor. Not a lot to be gained by this sewer. Hardly any treasure in it. Only the occasional thing. So, featuring the lovely game The Floor is Lava. a lower level, this would have taken forever because we would have had to rest regularly. But right now we can just absorb all of this damage and take care of all of these guys. Obviously empty. This one is not. This is where we were before. Found a way to open the paths between those two. This away. Or Robber keeps getting diseased, touching all of these sewer drains. Keep curing her. This is it. It's his heart. An alcove in the middle of the sewer. Aim for here. Give us the final statue. Statuette. Final golden statuette. I found all three of them. Finish this though. I like Ultima Online best. As a Mega 12 gamer, I get to make friends, kill them, and steal their stuff. I believe both you and Gleeser played Ultima Online. There's the third way that we found up. Just eyes the circle, just leads back up. We're done here. Out here. Yeah, it's a fairly common cause of DDoS attacks, disputes in games. So, have another lovely conversation with the Leech Master here. Save the game before we do so, though, in case he decides to blow up and kill all of us. Thank you for returning my heart. I'm free of this life. You're welcome to the treasures in this room, as well as this key here. It opens the way to my old home on the other side of the world. A place now called the Dungeon of Death. And that's the only part of Game 4 that we haven't finished. So this is the final key. You're welcome to the treasures hidden there as well. Goodbye, brave mortals, and good luck. Remember, Alamar can be defeated. Get 2 million experience. We finally get the key to the final dungeon on the fourth side. We were missing a key. guess we can now go return all of these statues. Where was that quest to be done? Luna A4 1315. Sorry, that's probably in the other direction. That's Luna. She's the sheet of paper. An A4 sized sheet of paper. She lives in A4. Finish this one right. Just double checking. Yeah, we did. I still think we're missing one mine somewhere. A3. A4 is next. That lady was in a tent just right outside of town. I've forgotten the exact coordinates here. West. 1315. ICQ was fine. It was a simple client. Really all we needed. That's Luna the Druid. You found all of my statuettes. For the altar's magical aura and regain my powers of healing. This was no small feat to accomplish, and there shall be no small reward. For you great adventurers shall share my powers. We get +5 levels. That's nice. Actually quite useful. Since we're piss poor and we can't train, run out of money. Ran out of money long ago actually. At this point, we're at levels 106. I think, yeah, we're all at pretty much 100. Could probably, as we're here, right next to the castle, we could probably go and train, get everybody up to 100. Only four people that we need to train. Not huge cost, obviously. Not all the gold owl waste. We'll need to keep some gold around for repairing armor for one. Now, Castle Blackfang remains a mystery. We already have what we need to get in there, but it seems as if the castle is gone. Not sure why that is. We might have missed our opportunity to actually go in there. I think it's a lot of the earlier programs for doing this were just a lot more stable. They were also smaller. think we discovered something that we haven't found in this castle before.
You wanna train?
You want to train? Badger is eligible for level 100.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
This place goes up to 100. That's as high as this place goes. We really couldn't train any further if we wanted to. At least everyone is at level 100 right now.
You wanna train?
Training.
It'll be safe with me.
Literally.
May we help you?
Temple. Was there no tavern here?
It'll be safe with me.
We have about 300k more worth of gold in the bank.
See any come back soon.
Blacksmith.
You wanna train?
There's no tavern here. Doesn't really change his name a lot. It's always the same name. It just has different placements of the words Amiga, Gamer, and 1200 in it. And sometimes in this particular case, the 1200 is really missing there at all. Okay, so we did a little bit of training. Now we need to go over to the other side of the game. The way to do that is to can spell, get back to castle view, use the portal on the other side, get the other side of the game. Peter Pickles, welcome in. This is a fantastic game. Probably a stream away from completing this one. It's the down here that the take a quick glance at the map here now. You can see that the only thing that is still blue on this game 4 map is this little dungeon here. That's where we're headed. Everything else on the map for game 4 has been completed long ago. It's rather funny that the last 3 buildings in of the game 3 map are actually all part of game number 5. Interesting way to approach it. Sort of makes me wonder how you would play game number 4 if you don't have this, or whether these are simply not present. In that case, there it is. And we finally have the key. Let's go in.
You have the proper stone. I'll open the door. Go ahead.
You have the proper stone, finally. Dungeon of Death. Doesn't that sound lovely? I have a feeling we're going to be spending time here. Crossword puzzle. Just the sign. World of Xeen on 30 gold a day by Eerie the cartographer. Introduction. There is much to see in the world of Xeen. A description of all the wonders. We sampled in the 8th. Picture of this. Corners of the world is beyond the scope of his work. These pages shall dispense a broad overview of the highlights that should be visited for a traveler to gain a working knowledge and appreciation of the magnificent land that is seen. The work is arranged as a simple description of my travels. Traveler wishing to follow in my footsteps should expect to spend around 30 gold pieces per day on living expenses. The traveler should be careful to arm himself well with magic weapons. Some sort of emergency teleportation device, seen while beautiful, deadly. My journey began on the Darkside in Castleview town, armed with little more than a leprechaun flamboyage and an orb of insect repellent. I set out for the town of Necropolis to see for myself whether the legendary city of the undead truly existed or was merely a fable. Dick took me over the mountains that lie to the north of Castleview and through the forbidding central desert. My experience as a mountaineer and navigator saw me past these formidable obstacles. Necropolis was everything I had hoped it would be. The undead were everywhere, zombies, skeletons, a mummy, even a vampire visiting from Castle Blackbank. Here the healing Calandra was kidnapped by Alamar and turned over to the vampires of Blackbank. The travelers worried about the hostility of the part of the undead. Remember that they are people too. The undead are just as friendly as the living, possibly more so. Simple politeness will prevent misunderstandings, becoming lethal encounters with the forces of hell. After a brief but pleasant stay in Necropolis, I crossed the mountains north of the city by way of the Griffin Pass. Avoiding Castle Alamar and hugging the edge of the mountains, I headed east until I came to the Lakeside town. Quaint vacation spot, Lakeside will refresh your spirit, revitalize your body, though much of the population of Lakeside is involved in the witchcraft industry. Have no fear. Witches only turn children into goblins. As long as you leave the kids behind, you will have no problem at all with these charming and fun-loving ladies. I stayed in Lakeside for a few months before leaving. Before I left, I purchased a writing piece to speed my journey. A long road connects Lakeside to the rest of the civilized world, and I set off down that road to find Sandcaster. Sandcaster is a bustling city of commerce and trade. The townspeople are mostly humans, elves, gnomes, and dwarves. The city still has something to entertain the thrill-seeking traveler. Sorceresses and wizards feed upon the helpless, potentially like fleas on a dog. Criminals from all walks of life wander these streets with impunity, free to use might or spells to rob from the innocent. All in all, a lively town, though lacking in the kind of high-quality entertainment places like Necropolis and Lakeside can serve up. Experienced tourist, this guy. Quickly growing bored of the nightlife in Sandcaster, I once again set upon the road, this time traveling southeast in search of adventure. Found plenty as I ventured into the dense forest near the southeast corner of the world. My writing piece disturbed a nest of snakes. Startled, the beast reared up, dumping me from the saddle. I rose to my feet and seized the beast's tether, pulling its bloated face towards mine so we could discuss its error, man to beast. Never got a chance. My pain spell was barely on my lips when an arrow appeared on the side of the beast. The beast roared and wrenched the tether from my grasp. 2 more arrows streaked from the forest and struck home. He stumbled a few steps, collapsed to the ground, glanced wildly about me and saw barbarian archers closing in on 3 sides. I dashed for the 4th. Branches and thorns tore at my clothes, scratched my skin, and slowed my fight. Barbarians gained. Just as it seemed I could run no further, I came upon a clearing with one of the many travel pyramids at the center of it. Hope flared in my breast once again, and I redoubled my pace, reaching the pyramid as the barbarians burst from the forest. I activated the pyramid with the last of my strength. The pyramid whisked me away from my pursuers in the blink of an eye. Sparkle of energy, I found myself in the snow-covered hills near the town of Winterkill. First an empty town of ghosts. The only Darkstone tower was barely visible to the east. Fearful that the barbarians would soon find the courage to follow me through the portal, I set my sights on the hills to the north. Again the weary trek through the snow. Many miles later I happened upon a road, knowing that the road would eventually take me to the town of Vertigo and civilization. I followed the road east. The road paralleled the hills and led past one of the many dungeon entrances scattered about Xeen. I must admit that curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to explore this one dungeon. This was a mistake. The dungeon turned out to be the infamous Xeen arena. I didn't figure it out until too late. The place was barren except for a few piles of bones and a lone desk sitting in the center of a very large room. I approached the desk. A large man appeared in the seat behind the desk and told me that since this place hadn't had any visitors in some while, he would just start the fight without further delay. Then he vanished. Quickly as he vanished, monsters appeared. It was a gargoyle, a giant armadillo. Looked a little like a member of the swine family because of its snout. A Pegasus, a Minotaur, a giant vulture, a crusader, a Suvaraptor, a centipede, and some sort of giant iguana. Avati cried the crusader, lowering his lance and urging his horse forward. The rest of the monsters simply advanced without comment, implacably hostile. Needless to say, I bravely charged toward the exit, only to find it blocked. The monsters followed. I sprinted for the desk. Howard shouted the crusader, leading the pack. The desk was empty and unresponsive. Cursing, I ran. Some more, ducking and weaving behind ancient walls and crumbling pillars. With some clever maneuvering, I lost the monsters in the maze and leaned against a pillar to catch my breath. Here the iguana dragging its corpulent body nearby. The rest seemed further away. Down at my feet, I discovered one of the many corpses that littered the floor of the arena. But in his bony hand was a ring of the elements and a wand of fireballs. No sooner seen than stolen, the iguana rounded the corner and stopped, belly heaving as though it were going to be sick. Mouth opened slowly, dramatically, and then it belched forth a stream of acid. I covered my face with my hands, expecting the worst. Instead, the acid lightly singed my hair and clothes. The ring had saved me. The dragon blinked slowly at me, surprised that I was still alive, obviously not one of the brighter models. I leveled the wand and fired off a withering blast of heat and smoke. The monster staggered but remained standing. Went through its sick routine again and covered me with more acid. I fired the wand again. It covered me with that acid. I fired, it fired, I fired. Finally, the dragon fell on its side and died. I found you at last, shouted the crusader from behind me. Turn around and meet your fate like a man. I turned. The crusader was there, flanked on either side by the gargoyle and the minotaur. The rest of the monsters were right behind them. Seeing my chance, I fired into the horde again and again, emptying the wand. When the smoke cleared, nothing but a black spot on the arena floor remained of my enemies. That wasn't so bad, I said out loud, dusting off my clothes and straightening my collar. Walked to the desk. As suspected, the arena master appeared. Congratulations on your awesome victory, he gasped. I'll send you to Vertigo now. Don't I get a reward or something? No, goodbye. Next moment I was in Vertigo with only a hazy heat distortion in the air to mark my sudden arrival. The arena and my hasty arrival on this side of the world becoming a bad memory. My journey was almost over. I knew that there was a travel pyramid just outside of town. First thing though was to get a hot meal, a room for the night. The tavern was right behind me, so I stepped inside and asked for the special of the day. Octopus soup with arachnoid garnish. Well, part of traveling is to try the local food, no matter how strange. The octopus was somewhat rubbery and the arachnoid garnish tasted like chicken. Not bad, but both dishes could have used some more spice. After eating, I checked into a room and had a good night's sleep. The next day I decided to explore Vertigo a while before I returned home to Casaview. It turns out that Vertigo has all the amenities of a civilization, including a town mirror, blacksmith shop, has everything an adventurer could ask for, everything from accuracy tridents to venom crowns. Nova scepters were unavailable though, and the blacksmith had never even heard of a JVC mode maker. Guild, however, was virtually barren of spells. They didn't even have the clairvoyance and cure disease spells, let alone heavy hitters like Resurrection and Starburst. They seemed to mostly carry the simple spells that rangers and druids used. Proprietor and agile prestidicator in his mid-30s told me that the nearest known version of the clairvoyance spell in the Witch's Tower far to the south where the phone of Ballista the unicorn was kept. While rescuing some unicorns, one sounded both dangerous and unprofitable. As a year with him, he told me that the further adventures would give me a severe case of death, that I should change my vocation to fisherman or alligator wrestler. My decision had been made. I left the town. I used the pyramid to return to Casaview. This travel guide is complete, but there is one more piece of advice I leave you to ponder. When the Sphinx has you baffled and Korak remains a prisoner, Tito's will smile and all will be forgiven. And it's definitely not going into the quest log. I seriously doubt the words are even going into the quest log. Nope. I wonder if we have to use this, whether this is some part of this puzzle. I'll take a picture of each of these for prosperity. Feeling that it would be the green words that we need. Nothing else. If this is part of a puzzle, then it's a bastard of a puzzle. That's a lot of words, and those are that is a long story. We've sort of been waiting for a heavy hitter puzzle here for a while. We've been able to sense one coming for quite a few streams. We have bits and pieces of various potential solutions. All sorts of word jumbles and messes. The stairway there going downwards. As we save here. Mm. 39 across, bones, remains. $39 across, that means 39 letters, right? Or is it just a passage that contains it's number 39, so it's green letter number 39. Yeah, I'm going through the long text. Trying to see if we have the word bones or remains. Don't see either word. Guess we need to find the puzzle. At least there's no punishment for the wrong answer. Definitely would have been something to be worried about. Okay, that's a spell of perception. An actual question. But, probably one of the words that we already have. Unicorn, whose alicorn was stolen. Yes, all of these hints are in there. It's probably going to be a very long sort of thing. And what I really need to do before we proceed with this is I'm going to have to write down all of this text and mark the words specifically in a text file so we can realistically continue with this. Guess we'll just end the stream here and continue with this next stream. I will have typed up all of the text and particularly the colored words as well, mark them out. Put them in an ordered, numbered list so we can proceed with this and mark it as we go along. I think that's the only way to really realistically approach this. We're not going to be able to finish this without doing so, and it's already 1 o'clock. It's obvious we're not going to finish this tonight, at least. So, thinking we find someone to raid and have a long stream next time. I know who we're going to raid from Games Most Wanted is doing a charity stream for Toys for Tots. They've been raising money all week and where are they in their hunt right now? Close to $13,500. Had a good week. It's a good charity. It's about giving toys to underprivileged children. Yeah, I think we're going to want to solve this puzzle, so I think we're going to try our very best to do so. I think writing it up orderly is an absolute must if we're going to proceed with it. Going to make a save here. Going to set up the raid.
I'm getting laughs.
Yeah.
Maybe I should host the show.
Okay, all right.
Thanks for the hosting, Lo. We're just about to raid. Join me for the raid, guys, and if you have time, please do so, and let's go over the list here. Thanks for the follow, Rotarian. Thanks for teaming, Talking and iPod Voice, Will Torres. Thanks for gifting a sub, Gleeser. Thanks for the subbing, Oselpi. Thanks for the follow, Gangthor. Thanks for the raid, Dave Retro. Yeah, I'm done. We're in a difficult little puzzle here. Crossword puzzle. I need to do quite a bit of writing of the text that we have and order it up so we can move ahead. And it's 1 a.m. so we're pretty much done for now. Let me start the raid. Thanks for coming, guys. As always, there is a stream here tomorrow. We're playing a subscriber requested game whose name I've forgotten now. It's an adventure game requested by Eva Glempire. So I'll be here tomorrow, 10 o'clock, usual time. See you then, hopefully. Until then, later. Enjoy the rest of your night. Sleep well.